everything else is dragging them back. And I say this often, we are human beings before we are students. We are young people before we are students. We go through stuff before we focus in school. And it's kind of difficult for us to succeed in school when we go home, and not necessarily a home, because, it's not a place that we go home because we're going through things over there. And I really want people to know that there are a lot of young people out there who deserve a chance, who are asking, begging to be given an opportunity at a better tomorrow, at a higher education. And we are failing young people.
So how could the colleges reach out? A lot of them have summer programs for students. Some of them are free. They'll pay for it. How would you want them to let you know that, right? Because you get so bombarded by social media and email. Where do you think your peer advisors, how would they hear about that? Because a lot of times, when I work with students, what, school's going to fly me in to just be that? So what would be a great way for them to inform that information, whether it be on the high school side or the college side?
No. I would definitely start with high school, and working with other organizations as well, because I had the privilege of working with an organization that gave me, that provided me with all that information, and that information I provided to my peers. But I feel as though just starting with high school, starting to share the knowledge and letting students know, because I feel as though the earlier you tell students that this is what they can have, the sooner that they're going to start working towards getting that.
Now, you're an advisor, so there's sometimes counselors are worried about the stress, right? Let's wait off, let them help transition to school. But do you hear your advisees saying no, don't start early? When would you recommend for students to really start this college process?
I would say junior year, sophomore, junior year. Mostly when we're speaking about FAFSA, financial aid.
Yes.
There are some documents there that the students should already have during the sophomore year. Because I feel that the later you wait, the more complicated and the more complex it's going to be. Mostly because I used to work with a high school where it was very difficult for me to get the parent information to fill out FAFSA, because it was the senior year. And neither did the students know about that, and neither did the parents.
So the conversation, even as early as sophomore, should not just be about college, but how to pay for it and be a little bit more aggressive.
I feel as though, high school and college they're all related.
Yeah.
It's just going from one bridge to the other, which means that when you start high school, you should already start listening and hearing about colleges, because at the end of the day, we young people, we are expected to go to college after high school.
Right.
Which is why it is important for us when we start high school, for us to hear about college, so so we can work towards that goal. So we can work on a GPA, or so now we can work on scholarships, or getting our, our parent information sooner to fill out FAFSA.
Yeah.
It's the later you wait, the more complex it's going to be. And then some students might not even make it anywhere because we waited too long.
So if there's another peer advisor that's out there, what are some tips would you give them to try to help create change for other youth?
Create a relationship with your students. And I don't mean a peer mentor and student relationship. I mean more than that. Ask the students how they're doing emotionally and mentally before you can even start the whole college conversation. Because there are a lot of times where students don't even want to hear about that. Yeah. They don't want to hear about the college process because they don't feel as though they're there. So ask them how they're doing and be a helping hand to them. Be a friend. Be someone that they can come and bend to. Be someone that they can trust. Because at the end of the day, my grandma used to say that being a guidance counselor and a student is like a relationship. Yeah. Because as a guidance counselor, you create a house, but as a student, you're the one in charge to make it your home, So you're supposed to be that kind of welcoming environment for the student. And then the whole college conversation will be easier to make because you guys already have that sort of relationship, because the student already trusts you. So they know that you want exactly what's best for them.
Yeah. And can you share a story of yourself of one of your advisees and maybe change their name just to see how you have made a difference already with somebody else?
Well, I used to work with a lot of students in my school who did not want to go to college at all. I think as though I did a lot of running after students, including restrooms. I used to go into bathrooms after school, calling parents, showing up to students' houses. I used to be kind of their mother and it was crazy because I was the kind of student that I didn't want to go to college, but I was telling students to go to college, but I didn't even want to go myself. So it was a little bit ironic. But I remember this student who changed my life completely, because she told me that the reason why she didn't want to go to school was because she thought as though she wasn't built for it. Yes. That phrase it stays with me. I'm not built for school. like who taught you that?
Yeah. Like the same thing. Math's not my friend.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know how to,
who taught you that? Who made you believe such a thing? And I spent nearly 5 months trying to persuade her that going to school would be the best fit. And, it came to a point where I got so angry that I screamed at her. I was like, I'm tired. I am tired of running after you. I am tired of feeling as though I am the only one putting effort in here. Because it doesn't matter how bad I wanted my students to go to college. If they did not want that themselves, I was wasting my time. And, after I shared to them my story where I wanted to go to my dream school and I didn't get in, she was like, wow, I can relate to you. Yeah. And if you can make it, then maybe I can. And, she started attending the same school that I went to for my associates because she told me that she wanted to be where I was. And I wanted to be there just in case to support her. And she graduated not so long ago with her associate's degree, and now she's going to get her bachelor's. And that is the only thing that matters to me because she believed in me enough to see that she could change as well because she saw her story reflected through mine. She saw herself reflected through my struggles, and we correlated, So I feel like as though it was more of a change kind of thing. Yeah. She was helping me, and I was helping her. We both helped each other believe in ourselves.
So any updates for you in college?
Right now I am a upper class junior. So
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Exciting and a lot of hard work.
I don't know. I mean, being a junior, you kind of start thinking about senior year. Yeah. You're about to graduate, and then you start thinking about how old you are. But
but your LinkedIn profile must look great, right? Doing all these presentations and interviews. Yeah, right?
Absolutely. But no, I'm an upper class junior. I am doing a double major in English and theater performing arts with a minor in women's studies. And I'm also working as a peer mentor for transfer students, making sure that transfer students have that kind of support so they know that it doesn't matter where they go, they can make a home out of a place.
And you're changing history.
Yep, absolutely.
That's great. And then, Julie, I just want to know, what made you decide the title of the film, The Personal Statement? Because it's funny, I thought I was going to watch a series of how to write the essay, stuff like that. And then I was thrilled when I heard what it was about. It's the first time sometimes students will write in black and white. I am amazing. Or maybe I failed, but how much stronger I am. So what brought this title? Because I was really surprised and thrilled at the same time.
We struggled for a long time trying to figure out what was the best title for this film. And what we ended up realizing was that this was, yes, it's a film about 3 students who are working as peer college counselors, but it's also a film about, so you see that they are helping everyone in their school with the college process, but you also see the barriers that they face personally to get to college. And you see it through their eyes, both from the fact that we're following them, but also because we use as a jumping off point for all 3 of their stories the personal statements that they themselves were writing while we were filming to apply to college. So we realized that, we also had this sort of double entendre of, they were making a statement. Yeah. By deciding to take it upon themselves to do this important work and to help others. And they were sharing their stories both through the college process, but also by collaborating on this film. So
they collaborated as well. Impressive. Your LinkedIn account resume is getting better and better every time.
It's definitely was and is a collaboration for sure.
Right now it's more like a family kind of thing. Yeah. Because Julie, I'm pretty sure Enoch's mom, Christine's mom, Andrew's mom, my mother loves Julie, which is why I call her now my stepmother. Because we got to know each other so much and we share so much time together that now we're family, we're a team. And we do discuss things all the time. Like, we spent a couple of months trying to decide a title for the film. It has definitely been like a work of team effort of, she's great.
Well, it's also showing the importance of anyone being a mentor as well, too. Absolutely. Not that you're anyone, but that's something that's really key and so important, too. So what is both your guys' hope and mission, right? We know, so after, whether it be for today here at the NACAC conference or beyond, what are you hoping that people will get away with as administrators? I mean, I know you have even the governor of New York sponsor this film. So what are your hopes and dreams coming from this?
So we first and foremost, we want to share this film widely. We're very excited about the fact that we're having a PBS broadcast May 3rd. And we want to get this film, out as much as possible. We think it can help inspire other young people to persist to college, but we also want to make sure that we get it in front of folks who will be able to make decisions and put more resources into college counseling in public schools. And so we're putting together an impact campaign for the film. We're looking for partners.
It's right, because you're asking for donations on your website too, right? At personalstatementfilm.com as well, correct?
That's right. I mean, we're asking for donations. We have a funding gap simply from making the film, but we are also looking for funding to support the impact campaign. And what we want to do is we want to bring the film everywhere where it can have an impact.
Yeah, we need to get Michelle Obama on here with Reach Higher program, right?
We would love that. We actually this NACAC screening is actually put together in partnership with Reach Higher.
Oh, fantastic.
The folks from Reach Higher are here with us this evening.
That's great.
Also moderating and participating on the panel with us this evening at NACAC.
Good.
And so we're looking for, we're so excited to be partnering with them, with Hustle, who is also co-sponsoring.
That's right.
Is sponsoring this event this evening. And, looking for other partners so that we can bring this, do a screening on the Hill. We want to bring the film to state legislators. We want to bring it to school boards, to, school superintendents, to the folks, the principals, the folks who are in a position to put more resources into college counseling in public schools.
Yeah, because I know the Obama administration, stopped. It did not stop about making sure that message, right? With the college scorecard, making sure to find out is the great graduation rate or not. I know also they were trying to make sure all schools do this shopping sheet. So if you go to college, will I be in debt? Will I not? And then it fell short. Because, after that term ended, and we need to know, like you said, change history. We don't have to wait for others. We can inspire that. And then, Julie, if other people, how can they get access to the film? So if they're an educator, student, or family, what are some ways for them to get, to see this more than just that beautiful trailer that you have for them?
Well, people can see the film at film festivals where we're still bringing the film to quite a few film festivals. You can see on our website, personalstatementfilm.com, where we are showing next. But then it will also be broadcast on public television nationally. Also on our website, we'll have a link so that folks can find out how to watch it.
For nonprofits, college screenings and stuff. Yes.
And then we're also doing educational distribution. That information is also on our website. We're working with a group called Good Docs. And so schools, universities, community-based organizations can get a copy of the film. And then we want to partner with folks to bring the film, again, to places where we'll have the right people in the room so that we can take engagement with the film and turn it into action and ideally more resources for more college counseling, especially in schools that are educating low-income students. And I think, when people hear about young people are working, that young people are working as peer college counselors, they kind of imagine, maybe they're like cheerleading and, talking about college is good. But
are you saying, good job?
But when you see it, seeing is believing. And what you see in this film is that young people are so capable of doing incredible things and of doing much more than most people think they are capable of. And there are many, as we were talking about earlier, there are many things that young people can do for their peers that adults just can't. And in the film you see them doing just that and really making a difference in their schools. And so we hope we can get the film out there far and wide and encourage many other folks around the country to create youth-led programs, but also in general to just put more resources behind school counseling, college counseling, both by adults and by young people, and ideally them working in partnership together.
Yeah, and I appreciate so much how making it real. I love that one part. Everyone can see on the trailer of Enoch where he's like calling the college, and then he goes, college ID, and it's like, like no, and it's like they don't realize like all the